Welcome to the Retirement Master, a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet unlike any other tool that will help you plan for retirement and live it to its fullest. This is the third in a series of short videos in which I will demonstrate just how to use the spreadsheet. I'm going to come down here to the bottom margin again to the tab that is labeled Spending Plan, and I'm going to bring up the spending plan for you. Now, we started up here on the last video. We filled out the top. We talked about section 1. We talked about section 2. Right now, we're going to bypass section 3 and go to section 4. Okay, section 4 is for special spending items. These are things that don't happen very often. They tend to be big dollar amounts. So in this section, we're going to try to break it down into some bite-sized pieces to make it easier. So I have pre-loaded some items to give you an idea of what we're looking for. And I like to just think of different categories, like cars. Okay, I'm ready to buy a new car right now, and I'm going to spend $20,000. And I buy used cars, late model. Okay, and then I'm going to replace that car at this point, and I'm going to spend $30,000 on it. It's a few years later, costs have gone up, and I want to get a little nicer car then. And then I'm going to replace that car again down here. And that's probably the last time I'm going to replace the car, because my kids are going to take the car keys away from me eventually. So I've accounted for cars during my retirement life. And in retirement, I want to do some traveling, especially at first. So up in section 2, I had a category for travel and vacation. And I asked you to provide a dollar amount for that. That's for your normal travel that you're going to do every year for the rest of your life. That's going to see the grandkids and taking them to Disney once in a while and whatever you might be doing on a normal basis for the rest of your life. This is for extra stuff above and beyond that. So I'm going to take a nice European cruise, and I'm going to take and spend $10,000 on it. And then the next year, I'm going to do some big extra travel domestically. And then I'm going to go back to Europe again, and just so forth right on down the line. And then after a while, I start doing maybe bigger trips, but just domestically. And then I start cutting back. And then I finally get to the age where, traveling's getting a little bit hard. I'm going to just settle in to my normal travel for the rest of my life. Then I'm going to come up home maintenance. Now, once again, in section 2, we had home maintenance. That was for the everyday stuff. This is for big stuff. This is for replacing your roof, replacing your HVAC system. Maybe you need to buy all new appliances, new floor coverings, maybe some remodel work, that type of stuff. So you're going to think about your home, the condition that it's in, when things are going to be needed to be done to it to keep it in good shape. And you're going to try to guess when those things are going to be done and the dollar amount. And so if you put a new roof on here at age 68, in 20 years or so, it's going to need a new roof. So I got to come down here to age 88 or so, and I've got to put another roof on. So I've got, sitting in here at 90 or 91. And so I've got money sitting in here at age 90 for doing a new roof, as well as some other things. And so you're going to think of those big things, when they need to be done, how often they need to be done, and you're going to plug money in. And just, break it into as many categories as you want, furniture, appliances, roof, HVAC system, painting the house, whatever. Take a little bit of time and think about that. You're going to have some other things that are going to be like once in a lifetime. Like here, maybe you're going to go in and take care of your prepaid funeral expenses. Up here, I've got loans. These are for the last couple of years that you have a home mortgage, maybe the last few months that you have a car loan. Those are not things that you're going to have for the rest of your life. So they don't go up in section 1 or 2. they're going to come down to section 4 and be accounted for there. So in this section, just think big dollar amounts, major things, and things that just happen once in a while or are temporary in nature, like the loans are. Then what you're going to do, you're going to come in here and you're going to add up the dollar amounts in each row and total them up. Add up, total them up, and do that all the way down. As you notice, later in life, you have fewer and fewer rows that have anything, and that's going to be just natural. The other thing you're going to do is come over here in this column, and you're going to try to estimate what your income taxes are going to be during your retirement years. And at this point, do your best guess on what you think they're going to be like. In a later video, we're going to be addressing income taxes specifically and how to manage the withdrawals from your taxable retirement accounts and how to minimize your taxes. And when we do that, you can come back to this column and you can put in some numbers maybe that are a little bit more accurate. Now, we're going to take the stuff that you have in the current year, and we're going to detail them up here in section 3. So I'm going to take the car, put it up here. I'm going to take the home maintenance. I'm going to take the travel, the loans, the taxes, and so forth. And so section 3 is just a breakdown and detailing what you have in the current year in section 4. Okay, now that you've got section 1, 2, 3, and 4 completed, if you sit back and think about what you're going to spend money on during the rest of your life, during your retirement years, it should be accounted for somewhere. Food, yes, I got that down in section 1 every month. Normal travel to go visit the grandkids, yeah, I've got that in section 2. My health insurance premiums, yeah, I got that in section 2. I'm going to do some special travel. That's in section 4. I got to replace cars, section 4. I got to put a new roof on, section 4. Anything that you can think of that you will spend money on should be accounted for. And with that, you have a really good spending plan put together. And because you know what you're going to spend money on, how much you're going to spend it on, and when you're going to spend it, you are now able to calculate whether the money that you have saved and the income streams you are going to have, whether they are enough to support your plans and your dreams and your needs or not. If they don't, we'll deal with that. If they support it, then great, you're on track and you can go and retire and live it to its fullest. Now, also keep in mind that life happens. Sometimes it's by choice, sometimes not. But when it does, this spending plan is going to have to be updated. And you can update it whenever you want. Whenever your plans change, whenever your needs change, whenever life happens, you can go in and adjust the numbers and see what it does to your plan. See if your income and your assets can still support what you're thinking of doing. And so with that, we've got a good spending plan put together. The next step is going to be to go to the retirement plan sheet. And we're going to do that in the next video. So you've got a few things to take care of here. And I will see you on the next video. And until then, happy retirement planning.